When it comes to the way Sentinel's transparency and their communication style is laid out, they almost take care of me, right? Because I am so abstract that I won't even think about, oh, is this supposed to have come in this month? But every month, like clockwork, I get the notification, and if I forget to do something, file a tax, whatever, at the end of the year, the website automatically reminds you, hey, here's your paperwork, go do this. It's a wonderful interface system. Some of those websites, you almost, it's like pulling a tooth to get information out of it, right? In this case, they're just giving it to you. For me, it's really the contrarian approach, right? Like even Warren Buffett back in the day, let everyone know when everyone else is zigging, you should be zagging. And I know Dennis in particular, he's in charge of finding the investments. And I know to the level of detail that he goes, like it's almost a personal thing for him to find these hidden gems in the haystack, right? That he could say, look, it can be done, right? And then when he does, they're generally home runs. So it's knowing that they're not just following the herd, because we know what happens to the lemmings, right? They all go off the cliff. So I like the contrarian approach, and as long as you can understand the details and dig into the dirt, contrarian approach is the way to go, and they definitely take care of that. I know from personal experience that Sentinel Net Lease goes to great lengths to ensure that the due diligence they do on their properties is top-notch, right? That is exactly almost what I do, and as well. And I know the people they use, I know the reports that they order, I know to each and every rock that they're trying to turn over. If you want to be a responsible landowner, you cannot leave certain rocks unturned, and they don't leave any of those rocks unturned. They've always come to me and said, hey, we have this opportunity, right? I've looked at the opportunities. They've always been cash on cash returns with great flows and like I said, great transparency. And I'm too scattered really to have a specific investment goal, right? I just want investments that I know are gonna make me good cash on cash returns and cash flow when I can count on them to cash flow, right? And that's the key, being able to count on that cash flow. So in that respect, I guess they are very much in line with my goals. It's definitely provided peace of mind. Like I said, there was a point in my life where I was transitioning to owning a new company, and the cash flow from Sentinel Net Lease was something I factored into my monthly budget for our family. Also, the ability to know that, I don't have to go find that needle in the haystack, right? Because now I've seen he's just gonna go do it for me. So I'm gonna go let him do it, right? I'm gonna go let Sentinel do it. And then it's gonna allow me to achieve my goals of lower blood pressure and a higher retirement fund. Just continue to invest with them. You know what gave me the confidence to invest in a relatively new fund like Sentinel Net Lease I is the fact that I have previously invested with Sentinel Net Lease in a lot of their one-off deals, right? Before you can put them all into a fund, you have to kind of show a track record that you can do it, and then you can go build the fund, right? Well, when they were doing that track record, I was in from like the very beginning. And then the first deal was such a great return. Like, I think like the previous guy was saying, I had recouped my full capital before we had even sold the property. I then went out and promoted it to 3 of my well-to-do real estate buddies who are also now in, and they're spreading the word. I mean, it's almost like Sentinel Net Lease is becoming the Pied Piper in kind of, let's go find these golden deals, put the work in, get it done, do it right. One of the advantages of getting into a fund versus investing in one property, right, is that you get to spread risk across a lot of different properties. And I've seen other clients that I have, other funds that I work with, where they do the one-off model, and if one of them, if some little HVAC something or something goes wrong with the roof, the whole deal goes kaput, right? In this case, if you've got 10 or 11 or 12 in a fund and you're aggregating that risk across all of those properties, it smooths it out, right? So you're not experiencing one of these things. I mean, it was only a matter of time for Sentinel to do that. Like I said, once they established their ability to do the one-offs and not lose the farm, all right, let's put this together, aggregate the risk, and make it an even better investment. I'd say to other high net worth individuals, if you are looking for a place to put your money where the risk has been mitigated by research and the returns are optimized by strategy, then Sentinel Net Lease should be where you put your money.